All right, good. Everything seems to work. So today, Friday, let's have a look at the levels here on the SPY. And once again, looks like a whole lot of junk. Might as well just walk away right now. It's nothing to trade. Oh my gosh. I bet I'm not going to find a trade this whole month.
Avi, how can you tell before the market opens that it's junk?
Because it's not my setup, therefore it's junk. You have to have
But
a
don't you
very
need,
well-defined setup, as in you got to really know what you look for in a strategy, or rather in price action. And the way I define price action for what I like to put risk on, I don't see it here at all. So far, nothing. So that's on these 30-minute candles. I'll have to wait for a few 30-minute candles to maybe get something that maybe I'll put risk on. This is all a great big maybe over the next few hours and may not even be worth it. So, there's bigger things to do with your life than sit here and stare at candlesticks. Anyways, you never know. Hang out and see.
but don't you need this like setup during the trading hours to, like see the hammer, etc., at your key levels to enter? Like before the market opens, how can you tell already that? You mean you look for those setups even before the market opens?
Yeah. You see on my chart here,
Yeah.
I have the white areas and the gray areas. The gray
Yep.
areas are overnight.
Sure.
And the price action overnight is something I take into consideration as part of the setup. And so
The
far, what I'm
same
seeing,
way.
yeah, same way as the daytime or
Right.
during day hours. So far, there's nothing, and there hasn't been anything all week so far. Yesterday was the closest I got to getting involved, which was this long move over here, but it was not ideal. I didn't take it. But that's it. Nothing.
Discipline. Great. Thanks.
Yeah, yeah, sure. Remember, money not lost also counts in your P&L, right? So imagine those red rows are not in your P&L. Wouldn't that be nice? That's the whole point of waiting for your setup. That's the result of it. All right. Other than that, let's look at the news, see what's going on here. Mr. Trump done anything else? Anything entertaining overnight that we missed? Let's see. There's nothing on the calendar. Absolutely nothing. It's funny, sometimes just looking at the calendar, you can tell it's going to be a dud, which is most of July and August, generally speaking. But let's see. That's just a SPY. There's many other things in the market. All right. Let me know if y'all want to look at anything. And we get closer to the open. I have one or two announcements to share with you. Until then, we have a few minutes. Let me know if you want to look at anything. I got nothing on my mind again except the beautiful sunset. Once again, more interesting than anything on the screen.
Hey Avi, how are you?
Hey, Sumit. All good. How you doing?
Good. So Avi, I was wondering why not you trade back all those Max 7 with reduced share size so you don't have those liquidity issues. And then whenever you get SPY trades, go with your regular size.
Anyone want to guess why? That's a good question. And I've been asked that before. And it's a good thought exercise. Anyone want to guess the answer to that question? If not, I'll tell you for sure. But I want to see what everyone thinks about this.
80-20. Yep.
It's not your setup.
Setup. Well, you're talking about strategy. I get
Well,
set
not
up
part of your trade idea.
partially. 80-20 is one piece of it. That's part of it. Sirkan says mindset's part of it. Yes, that's part of it. All of these things are true. But for me, the biggest thing is going in with smaller size. Just don't turn me on. just fuck it, man. Really, because really, it's not worth the mental capital expenditure. It doesn't matter if I take one contract or 1,000 contracts. In the end, I'm trying to make a decision, right? and the decision-making process is a drain on mental capital. So if I'm going to use my mental capital, again, I want capital efficiency. Better be for some really good, big decisions. I'm not going to waste my time on trivial stuff, small stuff, waste my mental energy. I'd rather conserve it, spend more attention on you guys, and then still have plenty left to go and spend time with my family, rather than taking 20 trades on Tesla or whatever on small size and might make money, might lose money. In the end, it won't even matter, except that I got tired. I got drained. That's 80-20. So, yeah, that's the whole thinking. Simple way to say it. It just won't turn me on. Feel like easy language.
So the Magnificent Seven just don't have the liquidity for you to be able to size in the same way that you do for SPY.
That's right. With the
Wow.
options contracts, yeah, it doesn't have it. It's not big enough.
Even on a Thursday or what have you, on a Friday, where
No, even the biggest, most active options tickers out there, which are Nvidia, Apple, Tesla, I think at the moment. Even then, I struggled once I got up to 500 or 1,000 contracts. It was a real issue.
wow.
So can't do it.
What is the cap for SPY?
I have no idea. But
Oh yeah.
as far as contracts go, I still, whenever I get into a position, a few guys in here have seen that the volume tends to spike when I get into a position. So the market makers can see me when I get in, basically. They know it's me, or they know there's one buyer in there buying it, because it's usually trading, let's say, 50 contracts a minute. And I go in and I'm trying to buy 2,000 or 3,000. It makes a difference. It shows. So
Wow.
that's also a bit of a limit at the moment. So far, manageable, but we'll see.
And Qs are the same as SPY or
Qs are less. I don't touch
less?
Oh, it's worse.
Oh wow. Okay.
I won't touch it. So just wait for it. Just wait for the big players, the big places, and then catch it when it comes. Sometimes you go a whole month without trading. No big deal. You don't have to trade every day. You know, I think there's a real issue with day trading. There's so many fucking ideas people get in their heads when they think about day trading. It's you got to trade every day. You got to make money every day. No. To me, that's all rubbish. Day trading is nothing more. Whatever trade you take, you're out of it before the close of the day. So you're in and out within the day. It doesn't mean trade every day. It doesn't even mean make money every day. It doesn't even mean make money every time you take a trade. It's just a description of a strategy, which is you're in and out within the market hours. That's all. There's too many misunderstandings in the world about day trading.
Hey, good morning, Avi. Just a quick question. Like, when did you feel this confident and comfortable in like taking this large of position sizes in your journey?
Do I look calm and confident and comfortable right now?
Absolutely.
I don't feel that way. I think it comes down to, well, on the simpler stuff, just having a win rate, just having results behind you. The more you get results, the more your confidence builds. And that's quite normal and natural in most things. So it's gradual. It's not like one day, okay, triple the size. It's not like that. It's gradual. You keep building up and you build up your win rate, and then you think about, okay, how can I make it bigger with more leverage and those sorts of things. You start getting curious. At least I do. I don't like to stagnate. So whatever I'm getting, it's cool, but that's what I'm getting right now. Then I think, okay, how can I take this further and further and further and further? That's just my mindset. I'm always moving forward. I don't like to stay in one place. So gradually kind of build it up, which is also, builds up the confidence. But that's the simple stuff. That's the easy one. The bigger one, somebody asked me, I think, yesterday in the BBT room, and that comes to law of attraction stuff, meditation, awareness. This is stuff I started doing 10 years ago, and only now the results are coming. So that's a whole different conversation. We'll have that a little later. The market's about to open now, but we can talk about it a little later and get into it. Yeah. Cool. All right, guys. Market's about to open shortly, less than a minute. You guys know the drill. The market is a gold mine. Wait for your setups. If you're getting bored, have a chat with me because I'm bored as well. And wait for it. It'll come. It'll come when it comes, either today or the next day or the next day. It doesn't matter. But it'll come. Suminder, yeah, I'm not trading my sim account. Thank you. Let me confirm that I'm not in my sim account. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, that's a real live account. That's the sim account. Thank you. Always got to check that. I made that mistake a few times, right? You've seen it. Go and make money, later realize it's all sim trading. Oh my God. Shit.
I did that exact same thing yesterday, man. Thought I was doing good. I looked down and I'm like, oh my God.
Get your settings fixed. That's important. All right, the market is open on the SPY. You can see no setup, no nothing. It's just in the middle of this big range. No consolidation that I can rely on. Just nothing. So, a bunch of junk, really. And oh yeah, guys, after a few minutes or later on in the session, remind me about the announcements. I'll tell you. Meanwhile, I'll open up a few other charts and see what we can look at. Let me know if you guys want to look at any tickers. There's actually nothing here. It's almost happy hour, really, because there's nothing here. What have I got from yesterday? Apple, Tesla, Nvidia. Who's looking at what? Mark, you want look at AMD? All right, let's look at AMD. I'll keep the SPY just down there on the side. All right, AMD. What do you want to do with AMD? Let's have a look. Okay, so we have, oh, that's interesting. I see a descending wedge before the open. I see the breakout before the open. I see the retest. Seems like it happened already on a 30-minute chart. Let's have a look. So that trade would be a short off of this level, which seems like it's happening. See, it's rejecting the level right now. Yeah, oh, that entry was like 10 seconds ago. Again, if you like this kind of aggressive stuff, but the setup is good, even on a 1-minute consolidation breakout. The setup is good. Don't mean it'll happen. Watch the RVR because the target's there, not too far out. You have to get a tight entry. It's hard to take these trades. Even with this perfect candlestick setup, I would struggle to enter it because look at the red line. Watch this thing move. It's jumpy. You see that? It goes and then the candle takes a moment to catch up. When I see it like this, no matter what the candlestick setup is, I don't want to touch this. So yeah, that would keep me away from this sort of thing. Just too jumpy. You see the candle right now? It printed some weird numbers. So again, candlestick setup really good. Consolidation to a breakout. Firstly, it's on a 30-minute. You have that descending wedge, flat bottom, descending what do you call lower highs. Then the breakout, then the retest. All happened on 30-minute. On the 1 minute, you can see the breakout before the market happened, the retest happening a minute ago. And let's see. Cool, huh? But again, this is the stuff I intentionally do not trade anymore because it's just too jumpy. And again, the rewards aren't great even if you do it right. At least not good enough. What else do we have on the charts here? Nvidia's moving. Huh? Okay, Nvidia breaking all-time highs again. Look at that. AMD just about hit the target there. You'd be out of it by now if you're in it. So what do we have? So Nvidia's moving, but again, on a 30-minute chart, no setup. Nothing that I would touch. Pre-market did a breakout and the retest after the open, but it didn't have a quality consolidation, the one I like to see. And you're just going into this previous chop, which it busted through and already up to the next level. Again, this is all scalping stuff. So on a 30-minute perspective, nothing that I would touch. But scalpers would love this. 1 minute ORB going up. AMD, there you go. Hit the target, doing all that. Yeah, this is for all you scalpers. You guys are having a good time this week, huh? Lots of opportunity for you. The SPY, as expected, a whole lot of junk. Let's put that on there. Yeah, gone nowhere. As expected. There you go, Mark. Yeah, tricky on AMD. Yeah, wicks everywhere. You don't want to play with this. It wants to hurt you. Yeah, Shane, you got it, guys. Tough one. That thing moved, but it's tough. You don't want to play with this. It's not worth the risk. What are we looking at? Tesla? Let's look at Tesla here. What's going on with Tesla? Similar setup to AMD. descending wedge. Let's see what happened. Descending wedge, false breakout so far. Still doing a descending wedge on the 1 minute as well. Look at this after the open so far. But the buyers are down there. 306.40-ish. I'd be super careful going against them. See how tricky this is when you're scalping ORB stuff. This is the reason I don't like it. There's like 20 different factors you got to think about. And it's just too much of a mental drain to put risk on this. I'd rather wait for a big 30-minute setup and then go with that. But anyways, if you're in this, if you're short below the level, you're going to take partials at the low because you know there's buyers there, and then maybe recycle the shares going down further if it goes. That's the way to think about this. It's also not respecting the level, right? You can see that. That would be difficult, very difficult. Again, if you have the VWAP or something, it's probably above, and it's rejecting the VWAP 308 or whatever it is. That's when all these scalping strategies come into the picture. There you go. Tesla short. Watch the buyer down at 306.40. 306.43. Big strong buyer down there. 307, yeah. Tough. NVIDIA, straight up. What else we got? Nothing. I guess we have an opportunity right now to get it out of the way early. Everyone knows why NVIDIA is struggling at that level, right? It's kind of getting old now. We talk about this every day. If you don't know why, just ask. We'll talk about it. There's a good reason why. Market's horrified, yes. Fibonacci level. There you go. Okay, you guys got it. We don't need to break into that more, do we? All-time high, Shane. Yeah. Vinay, you want hood? Let's look at it. What is up with this thing? Why would you look at hood? Big catalyst. 30-minute perspective. Again, no setup. 1 minute chart. Yeah. ABCD, 5-minute ORB. All that similar or common stuff. Again, with this ABCD, the 1 minute ABCD, you want it to be holding above the VWAP as well as probably the 9 EMA if it bounced off of there. And you'd be able to take that second leg up a few minutes ago. Right now, of course, hit the round number on 100, which is also a level I have. And of course, an area to be careful of. I wouldn't say there's a trade in it now. Even for scalping, I'd say it did one leg, consolidate, second leg. A third leg, be careful with that. Now, this thing has a big round number, right? 100. Be careful with third leg. I never plan for a third leg on any strategy. 2 legs. Third, it happens or it doesn't. It's a bit unreliable. Kind of scary. Tesla, look at that. Great big mess, huh, Tesla? Tesla's been like this. I think even yesterday was like this. Again, you got to understand, I say it's a great big mess, but for really, really good, talented scalpers, this is a dream come true. These wicks are great because, it's going one way and then shooting back the other way. And you can really pick up those moves, really just catch these slingshots if you're good at that, which takes years and years to develop. And there was a time when I used to do it, and it's just too much effort, just too much work, not worth it. And you can't really put big size on that. You got to go slow. All right, NVIDIA, let's see. So it had a good strong move up. It's got to hold something. If you're looking for the second leg up on NVIDIA, right now it doesn't look like, it looks more like this is not an ABCD pattern in my eyes, not yet at least. It's coming down too far or too fast. There you go. Tesla broke that buyer that was sitting there, 3640. Broke low of day for you scalpers. Excited. But did anyone be able to catch this? And how would you catch it? Where would you enter? Do you have confidence to put on the short while it's chopping around, waiting for this breakdown?
I grabbed the short.
Nice. Where'd you get it, Anthony?
just as it was consolidating just above, right around 307, 306.50. I saw the weakness, so I
Right.
jumped right in.
Yeah, right before it broke the low of day, right?
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah, nice. There you go. That's the spot for it.
I'm in on a fourth candle.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Short there.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Wow, you guys are so brave. I love it. Good job, man. See, I don't
Brave, like you want to say stupid. I don't know.
I don't want to touch this stuff. This scares me. Again, I mean, there's ways to do it. I just don't like to do it. Good, man. You guys are in it. I think the biggest clue on Tesla, if you're able to survive it, is these lower highs. That's the big clue there. If you're able to survive chop, which, that's another thing.
Yeah, Abby, would you take this retest on NVIDIA? Obviously, it's like had a pretty strong bounce and it's close to the next level, or would you wait for the next level to break?
Let's see. For me, 30-minute chart, there's nothing there. But let me think. 30-minute chart. Yeah, there's no setup at all on a 30-minute chart. If you're just looking purely at a 1 minute, I would say I like a consolidation to a breakout. So that was here, even not great. It already did a move. I wouldn't take it. No. This is a consolidation happening now. And I'd wait for that breakout and then the retest of that breakout further up.
Yeah, okay, that's what I meant. Okay, awesome.
Yeah. But that's purely on 1 minute price action if you like to trade that way.
Got it.
Yeah. What's the SPY doing now? Going down. Yeah, nothing in it. Now here's what's interesting. If you guys look at the SPY, you can see the consolidation. It's mostly down the bottom here, right? It keeps bumping itself on the bottom, which is a good indicator for it to break through and go down. But again, I don't want to touch it because it's not the kind of consolidation I like. It's not that descending wedge with the highs getting lower and lower and lower. It doesn't have that. It's just a great big choppy mess. Even at the open, it was strong to begin with and now coming down. So I won't trust that the sellers have taken over and are taking over as it breaks through the level. I won't trust it. Same thing happened yesterday. I didn't trust it when it broke to the upside. So I won't trust it once it does this. I'll wait for it to give me a good consolidation. Then I'll wait for the breakout and retest and all that stuff. Until then, just let it go.
Do you ever catch any reversals?
Oh yeah, all the time. I've done plenty of them. I just don't see any right now. There might be one later today, but for now, I don't see anything.
So, for example, on AMD right now, we can see kind of a double bottom setting, and price keeps closing above that key level. It looks like it wants to go higher. Would you consider that as a reversal, or there was a strong bullish hammer as well?
Anyone want to know why? Anyone want to answer why I would not take this double bottom? Good quiz question, actually. Anyone know?
Is it because of the market structure from the previous market that was coming down?
Not necessarily. Just purely looking at the 1 minute chart, guys. What do you see on the screen here?
Bottom is lower.
Second low is lower.
Yeah, that's the biggest one. Yeah. See, the second bottom here is lower than the first bottom.
I see it.
That's a problem. That's telling me the sellers are still able to push lower. If it was a genuine area where the buyers were waiting there to ambush the price and really take it up, what would have happened is it would have come down, the buyers would have bought it and really made a good move up, a clean move, not this choppy mess. And then the sellers would have pushed it back down and it would have made a higher low before the buyers bought it again. Because the buyers if they're truly aggressive, they wouldn't let it come back down to the place they bought it. They'll buy it again, further up. They're raising their buying price. They're buying at higher and higher prices. That's what I want to see. This is not happening. They bought it at a lower price here, which is, again, too much uncertainty to take it as a long. So I wouldn't like that. I basically want the second bottom to be higher than the first and a nice clean arch in between them. Also, when you're looking at reversals, very important. You want it to come from one direction and then reverse to go the other direction. That's really important. That's the definition of a reversal. So make sure it came from a nice, strong downtrend, then put in that very neat double bottom at a key level, and then you have the real good setup for the move up, the turnaround, the reversal. So all those things need to be in place. Right now, I don't see any of those things.
Got it. Thanks.
But Avi, it could look good on like a 5-minute chart instead of a 1-minute chart. Which one? Like, maybe not the double bottom, but you see there's a clean decline.
You see, this is a decline. What you have really on a 5-minute, you have a consolidation and a breakout.
Right.
This is not a move. A real, if you're looking at a 5-minute, look at this. This is a move. See this right here? This is a huge move up. You can see this is a trend. It really went from one place to another place. And then if you get a reversal price action at a key level, then you might consider it. This is just baby stuff. Nothing going on here. So again, when you're building a strategy, make sure you pick a time frame and stick to it. Ideally, you pick a bigger time frame, get a bigger picture perspective, and then get entries on a smaller time frame where you're able to put on a tight stop and get good RVR. So 2 time frames is something I very strongly recommend. I've done both ways, 1 time frame, 2 time frames, gone back and forth a bit, and I've really over time just landed on this 2 time frames idea, and it works well. Let's see, AMD at 30-minute.
Ooh, there's that break and retest on NVIDIA happening right now on the next level.
Oh yes, there you are. Yeah, now that makes sense. That new 1-minute high, that would be the entry. The stop would be below the hammer. I like this hammer. So the entry was like 10 seconds or 5 seconds ago. The stop would be below there, and it might consolidate or it might go right away. This is where I'd say the second leg up. Again, that's just based on these Avinacci levels, 1-minute chart stuff. Again, I don't trade the 1-minute chart. If I see this on a 30-minute, oh man, I'll take it. I'll be very aggressive with this. All right, the SPY, interesting. Look at that. Come down to the breakout level, break down. And you see if it breaks down even now. Firstly, on a 30-minute chart, like I was telling you guys, I don't want to touch it because it's not the kind of consolidation I like on a 30. On the 1, it hasn't even consolidated. So if it just goes through, I wouldn't even touch it. So I need to see it on both time frames before I get involved. There you go. NVIDIA seems like it may push up. Basically, if NVIDIA breaks that high, very close to it right now, that's when you have an opportunity. That's when you could begin to feel confident that the bulls are truly there. But the entry is pretty much where it is right now. In the candle before. Stop below the hammer, give a tiny bit of room, and off you go. The SPY is looking more weak than strong, but again, not good enough to trust it. What do we have? What do we have here? Tesla. I'm looking at Tesla here. Disaster. AMD again. What do we have here? So did that move, smacked into the level. Once again, you guys know the drill, Avinacci level. Therefore, it turns around. Pretty simple. And this is what is this pattern? Hold on. Is this? Oh, no, there's no gap on it. Nah, never mind. I was going to say something about this strategy, but it's not there. It doesn't exist. What happened here? Actually, Tesla, I think. No, never mind. Nothing there either. There you go, NVIDIA. Got to break that. There it is. That's the confidence. That's the one. That little print just at a new high. Now you could feel more confident that it's ready to go. This is normally where I might add more size.
I am in this trade.
Nice. Good job. There you go. You got a near perfect naked candlestick setup there on the 1 minute. And off you go. Nice job. AMD as well broke through without a consolidation.
Wow, what a move. Holy smokes.
Watch that level, 168.28. Basically 166.20-ish is where you start getting out of it, de-risking it. See that on the SPY? There's no way to trust that move going down. And you could tell.
Boom. All right, I'm out. Half.
Yes. Yep, that's where you go to no risk, as in go to break even, take out a big chunk of your position, even 80%. You can add more later on if it goes through. Good work on that. Nice little ABCD pattern. A perfect setup to catch the second leg. It's a good example. on the 1 minute scalping stuff. Very good example. Let's see that screenshot when you're done.
Absolutely.
I got in as well, Avi. I scaled up today, so I got in with 10 contracts and took it up to that level and cut it
Nice.
back down to 5, and I've got them holding with a stop at break even.
Great job, man. Loading up the size, huh?
Yeah.
Friday excitement. Good
Little
for
bit
you.
of degenerate action going today.
Too much brisket, you know.
Yeah, no. I was off yesterday. Today I came in feeling a lot better now.
Good, good, good. Well done, guys. You guys are nailing it. Freaking awesome.
Mhm.
There you go. Add in more. Wait for the retest though. That's when I would add.
So is this where, like, if it comes to 166.28 and it kind of holds on that level, if it pulls back, that's where you're going to kind of vote up? I have 4 contracts left, and I probably wanted to add a couple more if it stalls.
Yes. So if you're adding whatever you do, make sure that your new break even is around the 166 area.
Perfect.
Give it some room from that level, and ideally you want to catch the move to the next level up. Where is the next level?
That's where I was
167,
thinking.
20. Yeah. There you go.
Oh man, that's awesome.
There you go. Don't you love this naked candlestick stuff? It's so simple. Just got it well defined. There you go. You don't need much. When it just respects levels, you don't need much.
Yeah, the Avi8ors levels have been a game changer for what I'm doing right now.
Yeah. Nice, man. Nail it. Nail it. What you got here, Mark? Your long spy from the bottom. Oh my God. Whoa. All right. Well done catching that. Shit. Nothing that I would do, but great. I mean, you saw the move happen. You know that it's going to struggle to break out because of the activity beforehand. Nice. But it is at an area where the sellers have been sitting through the pre-market, the 623 zone. Right about there. They keep pushing it down from there. So it's in a choppy zone. We're at the top of the chop at the moment. Good job catching it. Nice. You guys are nailing these trades, giving me FOMO. What the hell? There you go. See NVIDIA now. Wait for it to bounce. It's just broke out and come back to the level. So let's see if it truly holds, bounces. And a bounce I would define as print one bullish candle, as in there's no wick on the upside. And then the new 1 minute high. If another candle after that prints a new high, that would be the entry. Make sure your new break even is around 166, maybe even a little below. So watch your size when you're adding. That would be good.
And Avi, how would you? So this is a rookie question, but what would be the strike price you would pick, say for Nvidia?
If you're a rookie, why the hell are you talking about options?
Huh?
The fuck's wrong with you, man?
Buying contracts.
Shit, those are my contracts. Listen, be careful. Seriously, I'm not going to encourage options trading until you figure out just price action to begin with. You're going to get lost in that world because it does get exciting. Get a good grip on price action, on real price action. Understand the nuances and the details of how this stuff works, levels, time frames, various things. Get some good results under your belt, some accuracy.
Yeah.
And then the details of options are another world, and leverage, because it's all leverage. It's insane levels of leverage. And then you're going to talk about out of the money. Then next thing you're going to talk about zero DT. Next thing you're going to talk about sizing. Next thing you're going to tell me you blew up an account, you have $500 left. How do you do more sizing? No, I've seen this before. Let's not go there. So take it easy. Avoid the options things until really, you got some experience with this first. Just price action. Just even sim trading to start with. Just start. Because really, options is a license to blow it all up very quickly in one trade. You think you bought 2 contracts, it turns out it was 10, and it turns out you can't liquidate, or it moved too fast, and next thing you know, you're paralyzed. You couldn't hit the button. These are the problems that happen. So
Yeah, I understand.
watch out. Please watch out. And then there's different reasons to go in the money, out the money, and even rolling contracts. It gets. There's more and more details. You could get lost in a rabbit hole, which I'm not going to suggest. So be careful with that. So there you go. Nvidia never printed that bullish candle. As you can see, after the breakout, it came back, but never printed a bullish candle. Every candle after that, there was only one white, but it had a wick on the upside, not a bullish candle. I wouldn't have added or even considered that as an ad. And
I went
then
ahead and started selling out, and I'm down to one contract, but I've got 420 realized on it. So for me, that's a really good trade.
cool, good man, good. That's the thing. Good stuff. So you see down here, this was the bullish candle. This hammer right here, we're talking about 945. The new 1 minute high after that, 946. The entry would have been right there, the stop below it, and you go. At this level above it, it broke through and it never put in a bullish candle. Here it did. This was the bullish candle to pay attention to, 945. At this next level up, nothing. No bullish candle for a retest. This was just a breakout. I'm talking about a retest bullish candle. Nothing happened. And sure enough, it's going the other way. So these are things to watch.
I second you on options, Avi. It took me a while to get a hold of them and a lot of discipline to use them. But
Yeah.
the one thing that's changed a lot for me, man, random talk, is building an account from nothing. Does that make sense? Like, it's when I build a barbecue restaurant from nothing, building an account from nothing, it feels so different than just funding an account with cash. I behave differently because I want to see it grow. I don't know if it's right or wrong, but I don't want to blow it up now because, I just don't.
That's great. That's great, Dustin. You know what? I'm going to encourage you to do a webinar for us on that, because everything that you've experienced, and I've seen you experience it the last couple of years, and the way you're talking about it is profound. It's really great. Firstly, congratulations on what you've accomplished here. And secondly, it's really great. You're in a good place now. You know what it is to blow up an account, and then you don't have cash left. So you're looking at leverage options, and then you realize it's more dangerous. You're just going to blow up whatever is left. And so now you're stuck in a place where you've got to find a way to grow a small account. And now you're here and you're getting a grip on the option stuff. I mean, this is a story, man. This is important. This is important for people to hear, because it's a tough one. And a lot of people go through this. Nobody really likes to talk about it. But
Yeah, man, I'd love to, man. I'm all about chatting about that stuff. I think it's the part no one talks about, man. It's ugly, but just to see, this is what, week 4. I don't know what's changed, but I mean, it's 17 sessions with 2 red and 15 green. I mean, it just, I don't know whether this is a flick or what people talk about. I'm more scared because I'm just used to losing. So transitioning over it, I could blow this all up tomorrow, but to make me hyper vigilant not to,
Yeah, no, that's good. And your head's in the right place. Like you said, you build a small account. You're more careful with this baby because you're building this baby. You're growing this baby, not just an account you funded from some other cash you had from somewhere else or inheritance or whatever. You're more careless with that. So this is all really important, right, in your head.
Yeah,
I'll get
with you offline, man. I would love to do something like that, because it hit me last night. It was just, you work hard to build these other businesses from scratch, and then you take all the money you earn grinding and suffering, and then you throw it in trading, like, oh, I'm going to go trade, instead of building that up. And I don't know if this may be right or wrong, but right now it feels like I wish I'd have done this a long time ago. That's
all good, man. You're in the right place now, and congrats to you. That's great. And yeah, please do share with everyone in here. That's great. It's great to see that, there are ways to do it. There's ways to survive and come through it. Good stuff, man. Keep it up, man. Keep it up.
It just got stopped out. I'll send you the screenshots.
All righty. Yeah, share whatever you got. Yeah, it'd be great to see. This is curious on NVIDIA now. Listen, we had 2 legs up, just purely looking at the 1 minute price action. 2 legs, 1 leg consolidation, the second leg. And you would think of a third leg. I always tell you guys, be careful with the third leg. You don't want to put risk on. So if you want to catch the third leg, if it's going to happen, if you want to add, again, make sure you're doing it in a way where there's no risk. So you're bringing it to where your break even is, I'd say, below this white candle here. It's about 165.80-ish is where you should have your break even. So add accordingly. I don't trust it. Again, I always tell you, I don't trust third legs. So be careful. But what's interesting is it went up into the zone, and this was the very first bullish candle it printed up here, this 956. Then it did print a new 1 minute high. That would be the place to add. It's actually in a better place now, even to put in the size. But again, no risk. Make sure your break even is here at 165.80-ish. This is the way I would think about it. If I was already in it from earlier and I just want to see if I can get a little extra pop out of it. If I don't, no big deal. It's at break even. It's risk free, and then it's okay. With options, it's even more complicated because you have time decay and stuff. You don't want to deal with that.
That's where I messed up. I over added and I made my break even too high, and so it got me punched out. But I'll learn from it.
All good. You got it, man. You know what to do. What else we got here? Let's look at other stuff. Nvidia's been okay. There we go. Spy. Mark, you still in this? You caught Spy at the bottom. You surviving the choppy stuff. Kind of maybe breaking through it. It's near the high right now. Ideally, it breaks through and pops once it gets out of this whole zone, which is a 30-minute zone right there. Again, I don't trade any of this stuff. This is not my style to trade inside of chop or even inside of my levels. I'll wait for it to get to one of these levels and then see what it's been. So far, nothing for me. Absolutely nothing. You exited, Mark, and re-enter. Got scared. Oh my God. Okay. Listen, it's important to make trading decisions, not emotional decisions. Being scared, fear is an emotional, and you're reacting to fear. If you find yourself doing that, nothing wrong with that. That's human nature. But if you find yourself doing that, it's important you walk away. Just shut it down, walk away, because you'll start making emotional decisions, and next thing you wonder what happened to your account. Either it doubled or it blew up. Either way, it's just a gamble. So please be careful. Please be super careful. What's AMD doing? So break out a level again. 1 minute stuff. Where would you get involved in AMD if you're getting involved? This is a bullish candle. It just printed now. If it prints a new high, that could be good. So this is bullish. It's got a little wick on the top. What's interesting to me, bounced off the level, big bullish body, a tiny wick on the top. If it prints a new 1 minute high,
Just lose all my money here.
Yeah, entry there and then stop right below. That could be it. But it's very hard to trust. You also have the problem here with these lower highs. Be careful with this. It's just too risky to touch. Again, that's purely 1 minute stuff. 30-minute, I still don't see anything. All right, Mark Conrad, you okay? Got a hot mic there. What else? What else we got here? I don't see anything else worth looking at. Tesla. Fallen angel setup, but it's not a genuine one. Where is Ara? There you are. I was looking for you, man. Make sure you give us a good title. We've had plenty of good conversation today. I told you, man, earlier, I'm sick and tired of coming up with titles for these videos. It's up to you now. That whole channel is yours.
Oh, I'll need to think about it.
You're good at it, better than anyone else, man. So get it going. Had a few good ones earlier. Where was it? Yeah. Das and stuff. Trump cozies up to the crown. That was Irfan. Yeah. Anyways, good fun. Something I try and avoid. Let's see. Let's look at this AMD thing. It's curious. Not going anywhere. Did not print a new high after the bullish candle. So, well, not yet at least. Not convincing, huh? Really not convincing with these lower highs. All right. Now everything's gone flat in the last 5 minutes. You can see it. Flat, flat, flat. Told you guys it'd be a short day. Here we go. So high of day is just overhead on the SPY, and what's not good is that the consolidation is happening significantly below it. See, the high of day is right there. I'll put a line up there for you guys. I mean, this is just 1 minute stuff. But that consolidation that just happened, it was below that high of day. Ideally, you want the consolidation to be knocking its head right there on that high of day, and then you can trust the breakout. I would be very careful with this. It's not behaving well. And AMD, you would never have entered the long after that 1 minute, the bullish candle, because it didn't print a new high. So far, you'd be avoiding the risk. And the strategy is good. It keeps you out of these risky positions. And that's why you have a strategy, right? Otherwise, you're just gambling. We've been watching Tesla a few days now. Let's see what's happened. So it was in that choppy zone. Yesterday, it broke out of it late in the day specifically. Today, it's consolidating outside of the breakout. So yeah, 307-ish, 307.43 is where I have the level. And today, the breakout through 311.26 would be good. I mean, that's a place where it could run if that happens, if you get a good setup for that. Yeah, you can see that this level 311.26, firm resistance, and it was support. When it dropped below, it turned into a bit of a breakout zone. Tricky there. But I think once it gets above there, that's when it could run. Could happen today. Something to watch for.
Hey, Avi, do you have I mean, how far back do you look for like support and resistance? Do you go back, like days?
I go back as far as necessary. So for example, I'm looking at Tesla right here, right now. I can see where the price action is now. I just look at the pre-market. You don't have to go further back. You have support and resistance, basically the pre-market action. But now if I'm looking at this zone up here, 312, 313, all I do is zoom out as far as I need to. And turns out a few days back, last week or so, there's something to look at. So that's it. Just go as far as you need to go. And I don't like to zoom out to a point where then I can hardly see anything on the chart. It's all pixelated. At that point, it doesn't matter. So I don't really have a rule about it. But there's this whole concept of that I discovered some years ago called traumatic levels. And traumatic levels, again, is recent levels. Again, taking it back to human nature and trauma for a human being. Trauma is basically something that happened recently and it was really intense. That is the most intense kind of trauma. As compared to something that happened years ago, it won't be impacting you so much today as compared to something that happened yesterday, right? So the more recent, the more traumatic, put it that way. And also the more intense, like over here on Tesla, you see this, it goes up and it dramatically came right back down. So that's intense. It's not just an area of chop. That's an intense level of resistance and even gap down after that. So that I'd call that a traumatic level, very recent and very dramatic. So bringing it in from human nature, human trauma, and applying it onto these stock charts, you actually get a lot of insight from that. I did the whole webinar on this. You can have a look at one of those recordings. I think this was 2 years ago. I talked about this one in Vancouver as well last year, the talk I did last year. Fractal patterns, traumatic levels, all that stuff. So think of it in those terms when you're looking for price action and support resistance. Traumatic levels.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, here's one right here, 303.60, traumatic level, recent and dramatic. Down here as well, 290-ish.
So Avi, when you do take trades off of these traumatic levels, how do you measure the moves?
So when I did the traumatic level stuff, I wasn't using these levels. I was drawing levels on the chart myself, just identifying where are their traumatic levels and trying to identify them and put lines myself. So
Okay.
yeah, now when I'm looking at price action, I'm still looking at a similar concept, is in where is the big drama that happened recently? You know, that tells you a lot. Like right here on Tesla, 303.60 is very dramatic. Very traumatic. It pushed up, firm resistance, pushed right back down, and it's not far in the past, just a few days ago. Right? You can see it quite simply, even at these levels.
If you broke like the 312 level ish, going back, you would look at like the 318, 320 level, like basically, that's basically your target almost.
Well, let's do it this way. None of these lines on the chart. Now we have this chart here, just as, let's go zoom in a bit. Okay, here, this chart right here. Let's look for trauma. Okay, this is a decent time frame. It's only in the last week or 2 weeks or so. Let's see, where was there real trauma? Where did it, turn around completely? One is way down here. This is the bottom. You can see it came down and went up. We have a bit of a top right up here. Look at that one. That's pretty dramatic, right? Went up there and it couldn't go further. From there, it hasn't even gone up there yet. Went there and that's the bottom. It's massive, right? So you have big, massive levels. Now let's go a little bit tighter. You don't want to go too nuanced, but go a little tighter. Gaps are important. Look at this gap. It closed here, opened down here. This is crazy. So let's put a level down just on that. Okay, you have something to work with. Look at that. That's it. That's the high in the pre-market. Now today, you could be looking at that around 312, breakthrough there, and you're running up, and you have 322. But we're looking a little tighter. You see, you have all kinds of trouble, and you have a round number right around where there's trouble, 320. Let's just put 320. Right?
Yes, sir.
There it is. That's the range you could target today if it breaks through. And of course, you'd partial, or recycle the contracts and shares as you're in this. So you don't know if it's going to run the whole thing today. Right? If it breaks through, it could go to 315 and get stuck. Could be, right? So you got to manage these trades very actively when you're doing these kinds of levels. When you're doing levels yourself. The way I do Avi levels is I just assume the next level is the target. And if something unusual happens along the way, then I'll think about de-risking. But, so this is a different style. Again, I used to trade like this back in early 2023, 2024. Put on these levels and go with it. Yeah, it's pretty effective.
Yeah, I was asking about that because like sometimes when our Avenatti levels are so tight, you know what I mean? And it just seems to like kind of blow through level to level super fast.
Yeah. That's a bit of a limitation with the Avenatti levels, right? So you got to find a different method. Either don't trade that thing on that day or have a different strategy to trade. So,
I get it.
Yeah. Yeah, Dr. Love, what's on your mind?
Can you guys hear me? Yeah,
Yep.
Because my mic wasn't working previously. Yeah. So for the target, as you were saying, I was placing my target below the levels for the longs and above the levels for the shorts. But I found that placing the target a little beyond the level is kind of more profitable.
Which levels? Avenatti levels or?
Avenatti levels, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Did you back test that?
For example, for NVIDIA, if you check it for NVIDIA, it just passed the level and then came back.
Let's have a look. Oh yeah, there it is. Yep, you're right.
Right? And I've seen it so many times that I have now changed it a little bit, tweaked it, the strategy a little bit to place the targets just beyond the level.
Just a little bit up. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. I wouldn't have
They'll
thought of
give
that.
you another half hour all the time with almost all of your winners.
Nice. Okay, there you go, guys. Something to work on. Thanks, Lovefree. That's an idea. Start looking at your charts and see if look at your screenshots, guys, from trades you've taken recently, or just look at today's action as well. Start from today, and the idea is that the price overshoots the levels a little bit, so take your profits a little bit beyond. Cool. I like that. I like that idea. Again, I've got a lot of trauma with this stuff. I've missed so many profits by waiting for the level, and then it hardly touches it and it goes back. But those were the traumatic levels when I was trading that. This is a different kind of level, so perhaps this works better. Cool, man. Thanks.
And also, when we try to take our profits off below the level, sometimes we end up doing that too early.
Yeah, most of the time we do. Yeah,
due to the being emotional about the profit taking and being fearful, afraid of, oh, it may come back and then hit my stop loss.
Yeah.
But once we set our profit taking just above the level, then that level gives you a clear indication that I will only take profits when it goes above this.
Yeah, that makes sense. A little overshoot, just a little overshoot, and hey, guys, half an hour is adds up, man. That's very good. Definitely, it adds up if you're trading consistently, for sure. Cool, cool. Alrighty. So we have a good example here on Nvidia today. Let's observe whatever else we have on the charts. Oh man, I would love to do that. Man, love for you. You just got me all excited now again. More ways to make money. Let's see. So we have Tesla. Let's just look at this as an example. Oh, SPY just broke out, by the way. High of day. Finally did it. All right. So if we're in Tesla, if you're long from one level down here to the top.
Let's check for yesterday. Oh, but we can't place the levels, right?
No, yeah. we can. I can do it. Here, let's just use the fib tool and do it. Use Tesla. Oh, pick a ticker. I don't know if Tesla's been good trading.
Okay,
recently.
let's pick Amazon.
Amazon. Oh yes, that's been active. Just real quick, I want to watch the SPY. SPY is going, yeah, broke through the chop and off you go. All right, Amazon. We'll go with, let's go with yesterday and work backwards.
Yeah.
Yesterday's 8 a.m. candle. Is this it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So level here. This was the extreme, and yes, it did go just a touch beyond. Let's go to 1 minute. Look at Amazon yesterday. Hold on, I gotta fix the data here.
Fake click. Data config.
Yes.
Oh,
there, it's got it. Okay, so, and let's zoom into Amazon's activity yesterday. So we have, let's say you took the short. Okay, it's going through levels. It finally does go, yep, it goes through it a little bit, and then it goes the other way. And then the absolute top for the day, yeah, through the level a bit, you would have profited at that extra pop there.
Okay.
Makes sense. Makes sense. All right, let's look at Amazon if, further back. It's been active lately, right? Where do we have it? Gosh, I haven't used this in a while. 8 o'clock is, which candle is it?
Yes, this one.
Yeah. All right. All right. All right, we can just do it with the 30-minute chart. It's going to be a mess to go 1 minute charts. So if you got long through a level, yep, and a little bit further on that channel, you can see it right there. Made sense. Down here, and again, well, it got choppy there, but yeah, a little further. Cool. So far, everything we've looked at least 3 or 4 pieces of price action, makes sense. I like that. I like that. You know,
and I also checked it in my 500 back-tested trades as well for the last year. It worked back then as well.
Worked? Nice. That's a neat little idea. You know what I'm going to do real quick? I'm going to look at, I have a massive folder of screenshots here. I'm going to start we can look at it together. Hold on. Let me just pull it up. Maybe we'll find something right here. Okay. All of my screenshots are SPY in the last few months. But anyways, let's look at it. You guys want to look at the screenshots and we'll go through this together? Make sense?
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be all right. Yeah, so let me share a different window here. Window. All right, so this is screenshots. I think this is yesterday. I don't know what happened. I didn't get the whole day in yesterday. So, anyways, we didn't even get the screenshot until I got to this article. Let's go to a couple days ago on the SPY. Yeah, just a mild bit above. So it's better than taking profits for below the target, which is I would have done it down here perhaps.
Yeah.
You can wait for it,
On
or
the
just
way back, it did the same thing.
yeah. So yeah, this wick down here is where you would have taken it near the bottom.
Yeah.
Taking the profits there, the covers. Cool. And what is this? Yeah, so down here you can see it. If you're in the short, there you go. Definite overshoot, and not this one, but overshoot on this side. There we go. This was when was this? Earlier, Monday, I think. What are these options trades? I got a million. Wait, what was that? Did we skip one? No, that's just SPY. Okay, here. So it never got to the target in this case. It has to first get there. Don't have the complete action here. What about this one? Here we go, 30-minute. This one never got there. I got these screenshots. I take them too early. We need the 30-minute chart. 30-minute. These are all 1-minute charts. This one, it never got that. Wait, this is the level? Yes, is that the level? No, that's not. This is the level further up is here. So again, I don't have the screenshots at the levels down.
Yeah.
Should have done it. But oddly enough, if this was a level, overshoot. So basically, the idea is overshoot.
Yeah.
Like even this one, I don't have the full screenshot.
Because the liquidity slowly builds up and it shoots up to like get that order done, and then comes back.
Nice. That is a cool idea. Huh. Thanks, man. Yeah, there you go, guys. Something to work with, something to think about. More ways to make money, huh? Cool. Thanks, Lovepreet.
You're welcome.
We'll have to, all right. Something to add for this quarter and the strategy. Love it. Thanks. Yeah, Amazon for sure today. NVIDIA also for sure today. Well, not for sure. Sorry. This. I got to remove these. It's an old level. Amazon today. Yeah. Went through it so far. NVIDIA for sure. Let's look at a few others today. AMD. We'll see what happens. We'll see. Apple.
It's doing great now.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Bottom to the top overshoot. Nice.
I took the retest on Apple.
You did? Where? Down here you took it?
No, up a bit higher at 211.60.
211.60. Okay, up here. Okay.
Yeah.
You might be having a level there. Cool. Breakout retest. Nice. There you go. It's running. So but on the other concept of overshoot, if you were long, then you don't take the profits here at around 211.70. You wait for it to get to the level and then maybe bump into 212, and that's your little overshoot. That's your liquidity level. So, cool, man. Love it. And you guys think Friday is just happy hour, huh? See what you learn when you show up? Love it. Good stuff. Yeah. So there's been a lot of here. What I'm seeing today, a lot of what do you call it? False breakouts that have worked. I'll show you what I'm talking about here. This is something again that I used to do. I don't like to do it anymore. We see it here on Apple, where you have the range, the consolidation near the bottom of the range. It went out of the range, breakout, but it turns out it was a false breakout. And once you have a false breakout, it means it comes back in the range and then it pops straight into the other end of it. So that one worked nicely. That's Apple today. I think NVIDIA was another one today. No, NVIDIA just went straight through. What was the other one? I saw another one. Yeah, Tesla. Again, false breakout, pop straight up to the other side. So that's a strategy that I, again, used to use. It's Wyckoff stuff. I avoid it these days. The SPY didn't do a false breakout. Well, actually, in an odd way, it did down here. And so it pops up to the other end. A lot of times you can trust it. Again, I stopped doing it. I'm just focused on a few other things at the moment. But it's something to work on if you like the idea. AMD is probably going to do it. Well, AMD is not really a false breakout. It broke out, made a move to the next level. Now it's going the other way. Now you would think about a breakout on the other side. So interesting stuff. Spine, AMD. There you go. False breakout trades, huh? Cool. All right, guys. 5 more minutes in this session. We'll end this one. Take a little break. And on the calendar today, it's just happy hour. So nothing else on my calendar. Basically, we can get into the Discord for that and use those channels. 5 more minutes here. Let me know what's on your minds. Well, we can.
Hey, sorry, Avi, if you don't mind, could you break down the NVIDIA trade for me a little bit here on when you would re-enter? Because I did add, and then I got stopped out at break even, and now it's obviously going in our direction.
Okay. All right. You're doing it on the 1 minute, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right. So let's say over here would be the initial entry, the breakout, the retest for the second leg up. And after the second leg, you can see how difficult that got. Right over here, it struggles. So you can trust 2 legs. The third leg may happen, may not happen. If I was already in it and I was considering the third leg, I perhaps would have entered at the top of this candle, the red one here. After the bullish candle, the new 1 minute high would have stopped below it, and it would have stopped me out. And that would have been the break-even stop. As far as price action is concerned, this little hammer here is very interesting because it's got room to the left. It's a bullish candle. And then the new 1 minute high would be the entry right above it. Stop below it, and then you're in that. If you weren't already stopped out earlier, that would be a place. But the real difficulty with this is that it's in the middle of these levels. I like to enter at levels. You probably have a moving average here that it bounced off. Probably.
Yeah.
So you would consider that if you're using moving averages. For levels, I wouldn't look at it until perhaps once it's closer to the area. This is not really bullish. This is indecision. Not this. No, I don't see anywhere where I would enter this, at least the way I trade. Entering the third leg, I don't see any opportunity other than here, and then taking that break-even stop down there.
Oh, man, this is frustrating. What a move. Wow.
Let it go. Let it go. Did you see the move that the SPY put in yesterday and today? You know, that's about $250,000 not made.
Jeez.
Hey, talk about frustration, man. Come on. You'll be fine. You'll be just fine. All good, man. There's a million moves happening today without a lot of us in it. So that's the nature of the game. Let it go. He's still here. He can come back tomorrow and do it again, or Monday. AMD. All right, at the top, let's see this overshoot activity. Yeah, it's already done it. There you go. 144 liquidity number. Yeah. So I would have taken off the position down here, probably 143.90 or so, a little before the top. But the overshoot idea is there. Makes sense. 144, round number. Let's go with that. And a little bit more, maybe. 10 cents up. Where is it? 10 cents. No, it hasn't got there yet. 10 cents up. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, there it goes. What do we hear in the chat? Ara, Friday love nuggets. Yes, lots of love on Friday, right? Everyone's here to share the love. I don't know why you guys are all uptight all week, and then Friday you just finally show up. All of you. What do we got here, Mark? When the option gives out quick super long print on a wick, they've gotten filled on that. I don't trust that stuff, Mark. Options with these wicks and the liquidities and the spreads, and you just can't trust options charts. I just don't trust it. Maybe with 1 or 2 contracts, sure, but I don't trust it. There's no way. That's why I had the idea for a while to trade off of options price action, but it's so unreliable. Anyways, I got something here that's working, so might as well develop this further than go into something new completely. It's not worth it. Not worth it. You missed on $2,000 yesterday. It's okay. It happens. I told you guys the first quarter of this year, when I did the calculations at the end of the quarter, I missed out on I calculated $10 million. It was so stupid. I'm like looking at it. If I just stayed focused and took every trade based on the strategy I was using, it was outrageous. Just take the losses, take the winners, and manage it according to the trade book. And my goodness, So that was really eye-opening earlier this year. It's quite something. When you just stay disciplined, it's really something when that happens. There you go, Lefty. That overshoot on an AMD, perfect. Again. Oh man,
That's half hour every time. By now we have collected like 3 hours.
yeah.
Just from
Today already. Nice. That's it. Today I'm gonna shoot you with a sniper rifle. Will you watch? You watch. You're always getting us. Nice.
I'm telling you, we got to go to the at least one time where we all get in and all you can have is a knife.
As long as Gurinder's not playing.
I don't trust that. You guys shoot me still. Yeah, I'm running over the knife. You guys shoot me. Nah.
Oh man, we all have guns, and you're the one with the knife, and you still get all of us. What the hell? Every time. Oh my goodness.
Cheating bastards.
What do we got here? Raymond, Tesla break and retest. I haven't looked at Tesla in a bit. Tesla overshoot as well. There it is again. No retest, no nothing to work with there. If you got the bottom, you're long and overshoot there a little bit. Off you go. 311.50. Just put the order there. Round number. Holy crap, man. Man, Lovepreet, you're opening my eyes to all kinds of stuff. It's not fair. Oh, I love it. I love it. There you go, guys. You see, there's plenty in here. Plenty. Passive income announcements. Oh, yes. Raymond, what do you say? Invalidated. Invalid. Oh, the retest. Yeah, no retest.
Oh, sorry, that was just the Tesla break and retest that got invalidated.
Yeah, fair enough. It's gone. It's done. Announcements. Okay, so announcements. Yeah, it's already past 10:30. We'll end the session here. Hold on. Let me stop the recording. We're done with the session. Do some announcements, and then we'll be done.